Hey there, I hope that everybody's doing well. My name's Gary Turner, if you don't know me, and I am going live today, actually, as yet another experiment. So I've written a blog today on my new website, which is called hexochangenow.com. Love to invite you to go over there and have a look around. But my first blog is called, or this is now a vlog, of course, in addition, and it's called Offering Support with Vulnerability, Yet Lacking the Courage to Build a Website. Oh, the paradox. So let me just share with you what this was all about. So I'm a proud member, a proud and energized member indeed, of the Better, Braver, Bolder marketing community. And the topic that co-founder Francis led us through as part of the weekly reflection and confidence session was around paradox. We went into several rich, deep areas of exploration, but one of my major reflections from this session was a paradox between vulnerability and courage that I had been unconsciously holding with more pain than was necessary. As part of my work, I support business owners, executives, and leaders with developing their connection to themselves, to others, and to the systems at large, so that they can lead themselves and others with more ease, more connection, and honestly, with a more playful and less serious outlook on life, delivering optimum outcomes, however, as a result, while seeking to align with nature's systems increasingly. So, yet within my own being, I've been holding on to a lack of courage around building my own website. And this has gone on for over 3 years. For several years, I've sought my brother's support to build one. And whilst he's always done a great job, it was never fully representative of me or the work that I'm looking to try and do in the world. And that was totally on me for not being clear with him as to what I wanted. So last Tuesday, Simon, the other co-founder of the BBB community, led a tips and tricks session on building websites. It was a brilliantly informative session with recommendations, ideas, and invitations of third-party support that might be able to help us. So something just really clicked with me that day. For those that might know me, yeah, I can be pretty impulsive, but this was something different. This was like, this was like a clarity, a realization that's been missing for a long time. So much so that I bought a Squarespace package, went to town on developing the first iteration of my new website, which you're currently looking at. And right now you may be reading this blog on this very site, Hexo Change Now. Okay, I put this in for future reference, or you might be listening to it on a podcast or a YouTube channel, which you'll be able to do after this live recording. Part of this actually is also about inclusion. So I'm looking to try and have the content available in sort of written form, viewable form, also in listening form as well. So that's part of the intentionality around these recordings. By recording live, it live streams in case it's of service to you, but it also captures it in YouTube as well. So I have personally, without doubt, grown this week on a personal level, as I've courageously stepped into the unknown, been prepared to try something new without any attachment to the outcome, and been happy to put out a version which in my mind is good enough and didn't need to be perfect. These are all ways of being that I've only been able to practice the last few years, to be honest. Is there anything in your life right now, at work or at home, where you are innocently attaching your well-being or self-worth to something outside of you? Or maybe there's an action that you wish you were taking, but for some reason you're not taking it. I've done that and continue to do it. We waver all of the time in this human experience, but sometimes having a guide or someone at your side to support you through those sticky patches can be helpful. If so, you can see my Calendly link below, and I would love to have an exploratory conversation with you if that could be helpful. One recent potential client this week, in fact, when we had a discovery call, shared that before our conversation, she was nervous. After our call, she felt energized, understood, and motivated. She said that I helped create a clarity in what she's looking to offer and what she can do about that. She said it was an amazing experience and that somehow I was a magician, which is very, very lovely. But really what she's speaking to is this systemic ability that I have to join the dots across commercial, people, systems, and culture. And this is really a real life example of that. One of the amazing other things I gained clarity around this week through a combination of both of the Better, Braver, Bolder sessions this week was that my 3 core values above all others are connection, playfulness, and growth, with the first 2 creating the conditions to unleash the third. This is really interesting for me personally because I'd always been crystal clear on growth and connection, but the playfulness bit hasn't always been there, and it's taken my spiritual guide down in Manila, Sam, to help me feel into that playfulness element. I got real clarity this week around that. Any and all of feedback on this new website's welcome. Please do go check it out at hexochange.com. now.com. I would really appreciate your thoughts and feedback. And of course, if you know anybody that might need help in terms of one-to-one support, a facilitator to hold high impact workshops for their team, or maybe a motivational speaker, I would really love to connect them. So I do wish whoever's watching this now, whether it's your morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever you're doing, a safe day ahead, evening or morning. And again, with connected, playful intentions, I deliver this message to you today. So I'm going to stop that share. And I am back. Nobody's joined me with comments, at least during this live. So if you have watched this musing, I appreciate you watching it. It's going to be as a vlog on my YouTube channel, which you can find under Gary Turner, Strategic Advisor. And I wish you all well. And I'll be looking to do this whenever I publish a blog. I will go live and just spend the 5 to 10 minutes speaking it, so that again, from an inclusion point of view, an inclusivity point of view, there is an extra way of digesting this content. Hope you're well, stay safe, and would love to hear from you.